Thank you, Aaron. I do appreciate that. The Heritage Award. It's new and this is the first time it's ever been presented. And so I want to speak a bit to what heritage is. At our table, we had a brief discussion and I asked everybody what in their heads was heritage. What came out of that heritage? Respect for the past outcomes, heritage, and the legacy that will drive the outcomes to establish the foundation of the future. I think that kind of fits on what we're going to be talking about. So with that, the first Heritage Award is in recognition of Kirk Misher, PE, an individual specialized in HVAC, but whose real forte was innovation, and that's true, isn't it? Okay? He is best known for his one-pipe designs, which were developed to be simply efficient and are universally acknowledged as such today. We've all probably used those systems, haven't we? Yeah. Kirk started designing commercial ground source heat pump systems earlier in fact, than design methods were published in the ASHRA manual and some other manuals also. When determining ground thermal properties proved difficult to establish, he designed and constructed his own test for conducting the data and getting it in situ. After loop pumping was identified by ASHRA research as a critical design area and frequent source of inefficiency, and we all know that, in ground source heat pump systems, Kirk developed the one-pipe distribution system. This clever strategy simplified the design, decreased pumping energy requirements, okay, and reduced capital cost, didn't it? Yeah. The combination of parameters extremely difficult to achieve simultaneously in any energy system. He pioneered ground loop designs that eliminated the use of costly valve vaults and associated manifolds, outside air handling design that permitted the use of standard heat pumps for this duty, and loop pump control that further reduced pumping power requirements. His ground source heat pump designs consistently achieved EPA Energy Star scores, which is fantastic, all right, in the 90+ percentile. That's pretty amazing, okay? Yeah. With the successful use of the one-pipe design for individual buildings, he later extended this use to entire campus systems. The largest ground source heat pump in the system in the U.S. was implemented primarily because of Kirk's contributions to the early design discussions. After other engineers advised the Ball State University administration to forego ground source heat pumps because they, felt the campus was not suited, okay, for it, Kirk developed a one-pipe loop and an associated design that was eventually implemented, eliminating the use of coal entirely. Fantastic. Kirk had the courage to implement his innovative ideas and was fearless, and I'll attest to that, okay, in the pursuit of making his designs work better, simpler, and more efficiently. He was always pushing the envelope. Yes, he was. It was for those characteristics that ASHRA Region 6 gives an annual award in Kirk's name. Okay. Kirk enjoyed his work and gave his time freely to others, and I can attest to that. I was a recipient of that. He was never too busy to help someone out and had a knack for taking a complex subject, breaking it down to its simpler elements to help the novice or non-technical folk understand his ideas. He even helped Steve Kavanaugh. His colleagues often teased him that he was teaching his competition. Okay, Lisa, you're a recipient of that, as I am, okay? But Kirk's concern was doing a good job and providing value for his customers, and that was of utmost importance to him in all of his endeavors. The engineering profession is characterized by an environment that can stifle innovations and reward the plain vanilla or safe approach. Kirk's ideas are clever in and of themselves, but the courage to implement them in his projects and freely share the results underscores his exemplary service to our industry. It wasn't all HVAC with Kirk, if you knew him, all right? He was an accomplished barbecue chef, had a PhD in California wines, and was an enthusiastic stock car racing fan and car owner, okay? Did he drive them? He did? That's excellent. I did not know that, okay? All right. Those of us who knew Kirk and worked with him are fortunate beneficiaries of his legacy as an individual and as an engineer. With that, I would like to call Kelly up to the stage to receive the award.
Before I get to telling stories, let me thank you so very much for recognizing him. He would really have appreciated it, and it has been his life's work. So he spent a lot of time, and I began to learn the vocabulary. Even though I'm not an engineer, I'm a lawyer. So I really thank you for recognizing him. I feel the need to explain some of the pictures. Several of them were us working on his PhD of California wines, and they were us in various shirts because, you know, when you're engineers, I'll take exception here, I'm not, but the rest of those folks mostly were engineers, and we dubbed ourselves Geeks with Attitude, GWA. And so we began producing shirts. Lisa did some. And Kirk developed some of them, and I don't remember. He had one, there was kind of a maroon color, that had a geeky guy, kind of copied off of Steve Martin, with like the arrow, only it was a corkscrew through his head kind of thing. So you do those kind of things when you're a geeky engineer. I really do appreciate this award very much and enjoy sharing all those pictures. I'm not sure where Lisa got those. Some of them, I mean, I know that we had some, we used them for his memorial service a couple years ago, but I'm not sure where they all came from. So I may have to ask her to, you know, kind of bury them or something. Thank you very much.
Kelly, thank you very much. We do all appreciate that, and we do honor Kirk. And the heritage now has been put forward to all of us in the industry. And with that, I would like to introduce Tim Linton. Tim is going to take the stage next. Thank you, Tim.